It's 8 o'clock, y'all. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. It's 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. 8 o'clock. This Just So You Know moment is brought to you by Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean and Jackson Dean Investments. Just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the pen slayer and author, also the pen slayer, says, I am a talk show host, a speaker, a life and success strategist, and an author. I inspire, empower, and coach others to be the best version of themselves. Come on, come on, get on, get on. Welcome to Just So You Know moment with a twist. I am your host, Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean. Hello, everyone. Hello. Thank you, everyone, for joining tonight. And please be sure to like and share this video as much as possible, as well as be interactive and participative. Whew. I just got to say again how much I thank God. I just thank God, and all of these social media outlets that have allowed me to use this time as my practice lab as I wait on God's heavenly hand to move me towards my national and international, worldwide, syndicated internet, radio, and TV show. It's coming, y'all. It's coming. I've claimed it. I declare it. I claim it that this is going to happen for me. Hey, Aunt Louise. Hey, Pam Carr. Hello, Michelle Saxton. Hey, Sam Pebble. Can y'all hear me out there? Go ahead, give me some love. Some love icons if you can hear me out there. So this week, we're going to continue our series on Level Up. Last week, we began our series with Level Up, Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. Okay, good. Thank you, Michelle, for letting me know that you can hear me. Thank you. Change Your Life. That was on last week. We're still on the same series of Level Up. So like I said, last week was Change Your Mindset, Change Your Life. So, just so you know, Dr. Jackson Dean, the Pen Slayer, says, if you are serious about real life changes, if there's something that you want to do, I know that's right, Louise. Amen. If there's some things on your list that you want to do, if you have developed your vision as well as your plan for your vision, the most important factor in all of this is in changing your life is to change your mindset. So, I hope you got me when I said that. So, regardless of whatever it is that you want to do, anything that you want to do, any goal that you want to accomplish, any level in your life that you want to move up to, the only way that you can do that, and I say the only way that you can do it because if you haven't already done it, then some changes need to be made. So that first change needs to be to change your mindset. So last week we discussed 2 mind modes, and the number one mind mode was conscious, being conscious. Number 2 was subconscious. And to learn more about this topic and what I discussed, go to my page. How you doing, Miss Mildred Willis? Hey, Aunt Reva, how you doing? Go to my page and watch last week's episode to learn about conscious and subconscious. A very good episode, very informative, very educational. I also discussed doing a mindset detox. So what is a mindset detox? A mindset detox is ridding your mind of limiting thoughts and negative behaviors and lack of motivation. To learn more about this topic and what I discussed about that, go to my page and look up episode last week to learn more about those particular topics. So, this week's segment is entitled Level Up, Change Your Community. So let's go to my disclaimer. As always, if something should happen, such as I knock my computer off the desk with the camera, I fall out the chair, technology shows up and shows out like it has been doing the last couple of weeks, we're going to just keep rolling right through this bad boy like nothing's happening, okay? Okay? Okay. All right. On the Just So You Know moments with a twist, we aim to detect and correct. Detect and correct. So let's get into it. We already know that July is Minority and Mental Health Month, but I want to know, why didn't nobody tell me that July is also Ice Cream Month? I could have been eating ice cream. No one told me about that. So my favorite ice cream is Rocky Road, but of course not the licked on type. Bluebell Rocky Road. The Rocky Road. That's right, Michelle. Detected correct. The Rocky Road that hasn't been licked on. Isn't it crazy? People open up the ice cream in the stores and licking on it and putting it back on the shelf. I don't understand it. I really don't understand. So, if you're ready to level up, give me a like or a love sign right now. Go ahead and give it to me. Give me some give me some like and some love if you're ready to level up. Yes, Tammy. Hey, cuz. It was very crazy. So now that we're working on changing our life through thank you. Changing our life through our mindsets, we have to take in consideration what's going on around us. Just so you know, if you don't learn to be the change in your immediate environment, your environment will change you. So, do you understand that? If you don't learn to be the change in your immediate environment will change you. This is why I want you to change your community. And so you're probably asking now, community or environment? Well, in this case, community and environment is one of the same, okay? How do we define community? How do you define community? And somebody put in the comments what they think community is. Because most people define community differently. There's not one definition for community. And so, most people define community as the people that they live around, the place where they live, the place where they work, where they worship, all of that in itself. But that's right, Michelle, your surroundings. And so, if you joined me last week, you heard me define what community is to me. And how I define my community is who or whatever is connected to me. Men, women, children of any race, businesses, churches, nonprofits, sororities, fraternities, schools, and universities. These people and these entities are my community. So if you're connected to me, my desire for you, as well as for myself, is for us all to win. If you are in my community, we all gonna win together, okay? That's right, Miss Reba. Hey, Reba, you said whomever you are around the most. That's right. That's your immediate environment, your immediate community. So with that being said, If we're going to level up, we must not be afraid to see or help our community to level up. So go back to what community is, right? The people, the businesses, the churches, the nonprofits, all of that. That's your community. And so if we're going to level up as an individual, we cannot be afraid to let somebody else or help somebody else win. Because then we're all winners and we help each other to become winners, right? So if you have people in your community and they're doing something, what do I mean by help them? You support those people in those communities, okay? You support them with their businesses. You support them with their projects and their growth. That growth is very important. You want to ensure that the people around you are growing as well. Because what I told you before, if you're not growing, you're dying. None of us want to die. We want to live. So we want to continue to grow, okay? So if you have members in your community that desire to continue their education, but they're finding doubt in themselves and they don't feel like they have the ability or the talents or the skills, hey Marcus, to go on and continue their education, I challenge you to be the person to take that person to the side, put your hand on their shoulder, and you encourage that person to keep moving forward. You encourage them. You make them see some of the things that they don't see. See some things in them. You can look at a person to tell what they got going on or what's a skill for them or something. Do something to uplift that person, to encourage them to keep moving on, okay? What your goal should be is to help that person to continue to reach their goals. Because that's your community. Miss Reva said, you change and grow the community. That's right. That's right. Community growth and community changes is all, and we all win, okay? So you want to provide them with some time to talk about what it is that they're going through and why do they feel like they don't have the ability to move forward or to continue their education, whatever it is. Pull that person to the side and dig deep into it and see what's going on with them. And then talk to them about what's going on and encourage them to move forward. Point out the importance of them moving forward and not stopping. Point out the importance of them reaching their goals and not quit. We're not quitters. Quitters never win, right? And winners never quit. So we're not going to quit. We're going to keep pushing through. We're going to keep pushing through. Come hell or high water, we're going to keep pushing through. And we're going to make sure our community push through too. Because we want everybody in our community to grow as well, okay? So in contrast to that, if you see a member of your community headed in the wrong direction, do your level best to redirect your community member person to the right path, right? So it doesn't always have to be children that's doing something that they shouldn't be doing. Sometimes we as adults lose our way and we start doing things that we shouldn't do. But that's where community steps in. What they say is it takes a village. When you have a community that's for you and you're for your community, they don't want to see you go in the wrong direction. And so once they see that you are headed in the wrong direction, they're going to do what they can to redirect you and get you back on the right path, okay? I've spoken with children and teenagers and I've observed them exhibiting bad behavior, and I ask them, why are you doing the things that you do? Sometimes they say, I don't know. But then the funniest thing I heard them say is because they're bored. These children are bored. And it's not too common now that we even see children outside because they have the Wii's and 360 and all that stuff that they're inside. And so when you see children outside playing or getting into things, talk to them and see what it is that you can do to be responsible enough to lead these children in the right direction, okay? Give them something so that they can be more constructive with their time. right? Talk to them about some of the behaviors that they're exhibiting. Hi, Cousin Nora. Thank you. Thank you for joining. Talk to them about, hey, Nita Wilbur and Lucas. Talk to them about what they're doing and ask them why they're doing it, and try to redirect them. Hebrews 10:24-25 says, and let us consider how we may spur one another on towards love and good deeds. Love and good deeds, right? Not giving up meeting together, as some are in the habit of doing, but encouraging one another, and all the more as you see the day approaching. So the Bible even speaks of it, working with your community and uplifting the people in your community so that everybody wins, that everybody is progressive, that everybody grows. And that's very important, that you work with the people around you so that we all can win. You all can win. They all can win. Everybody wants to win, but some people don't know how, and that's really why you have to step in. If you know the way, be the person that gets involved and show others the way. There's absolutely nothing wrong with helping somebody else out. And I'm all about that, trying to help people and lead people in the right direction, because I want us all to win. So I challenge you to take some of the young people in your community under your wing, hey Lane, and start doing creative activities with them, involving them. Start a sports team. Teach them meditation. Meditation is good. Meditation changes a lot of things. That's one of the things I talk about in my book, Level Up Through Mindfulness. You have got to get control of your thoughts, or your thoughts are going to have control of you. And so when you see these children out there doing things that they shouldn't be doing, hey Renita, talk to them about meditation and have a meditation session with them. And like I said, build a sports team. Have a painting class. Go out and buy some little cheap art supplies and wood boxes and things, just to give them something positive to do. We don't want to lose our children to this world. We want to give them something constructive to do so that we can keep their mind out of devilment. Because what does it say? An idle mind is the devil's workshop. We don't want our children's mind to be the devil's workshop. We want to give them something constructive to do, things to learn, and something to keep them occupied, to keep them out of trouble, keep them away from trouble, right? If you have a member in your community that would like to start a business, support them, by talking to them about their business. I'm not saying that everybody is an expert on business and starting business and things like that, but you can take the time to listen. You will be so surprised how much of a difference you can make just by listening to someone. So if you have someone in your community and they're trying to start have an idea for starting a business or something like that, they just might need someone to talk to, just bounce some ideas off of. Hey, this is what I'm thinking about. What do you think? And so if you're not able to give them the information from that industry because you're not knowledgeable, you can always give them information as a consumer. So we all have some level of expertise somewhere. You might be a professional shopper for all I know, right? And so then what you do, you talk to them about the aspect of being a consumer. The product that they're doing or the business that they're trying to create, is that something that you as a consumer would support? I'm not saying just tell them why not to do it or why to do it. Tell them why you would not do it. And tell them why you would support it. And if you feel like that you can't support it, tell them why you can't support it, and have a debate on it. Have an intelligent, mature debate about it. Don't get angry. And if you see the person getting a little flustered, say, hey, we're just having a conversation and I'm speaking to you as a consumer. And this is how I feel. This doesn't mean that everybody's going to feel the same way that I do. But we're just talking and bouncing ideas off each other. That's how you keep the conversation mature. Right? Okay? So, get with somebody and talk to them. Just so you know, the taxes on big businesses in your community support the educational entities for your children's school and where your grandchildren attend, right? So, a lot of us travel out of our own communities and go and purchase our items here, purchase our items there. And I do know sometimes in your area you might not have everything that you need, and everything you need may not be available in your community, so you have to go out. But try with all your might to support the stores in your community, because like I said, the taxes that store pays goes to your kids and your grandkids' school and education, and whether they get their lunches and what all the funding and things that they get. That helps out with the schools. And we want our children to have the best schools there are. So if you're taking your money and you're going to another community and you're shopping, you're providing the tax money for that community, right? Opposed to providing the money for the community that you currently live in. You're right, Unread, the how and the tone that you communicate is very important as far as talking with people about business and anything else. And so anytime that you're going away from your community and purchasing things there, you're taking money out of your community. What we want to do is build our own community. We want to build where we are, where we live, where we work, where we worship. We want to build that community up, and we want to keep our monies in our community so our communities can thrive. If you notice, a lot of the Black communities, you see that they're declining. And they're declining because a lot of the money that's needed in order to keep those businesses afloat and to keep the tax money floating in that business, though in that community, is going out to other communities. And so this is why I say, regardless of where you live, what you consider your community, do your shopping there, okay? Like here in Houston, pretty much everything that you need is within 5 or 10 miles of where you live. You got your convenience stores, you got your big chain stores, you got restaurants, your gas stations, movie theater. Everything was in 5 to 10 miles from your house. So it's really not a real big reason for you to travel out of your community and spend money when you can spend it right there and save that money into your community. I think that's very important. I think it's very important. So regarding small businesses, please recognize the importance of small businesses. Small businesses provide inspiration and a role model to the people in the community. Not only do they provide inspirations and role models, they provide jobs. Small businesses provide jobs as well, not just the big chain stores. The small businesses provide jobs. And so if you have a small business in your neighborhood, make every effort to support their cause. We all like to eat different foods and go to different restaurants, but if you have a small business in your neighborhood, in your community, that's a small restaurant, go and visit, go and support, go and patronize that business, go and have dinner, go and grab something to go and order some stuff for your family from there. Just support that business, okay? You have a cupcake shop or a cake baker or whatever, you have a bakery in your area. All of us have birthdays. And at some point, there's going to be a celebration and a cake is going to be involved, right? So, instead of going to the big chain box, chain boxes, big chain stores and supermarkets, and buying cakes from there, which is just gonna be a regular little box cake anyway. Go to the bakery or the cake shop or cupcake shop there in your neighborhood and purchase your cake from them. Support those businesses. Help them to grow. Help them to thrive. Because guess what? They're paying taxes into your community too. And so they're helping to fund the schools that your kids go to and your grandkids go to. So help keep those people in business so that those taxes can continue to go in. Michelle Saxon said, and a courier needed to deliver the cake. That's right, Miss. My friend Michelle Saxon has her own courier business, and so whatever you need, you can contact her, and she'll take it to wherever you need to go. If you can't pick up your kids on time or whatever, contact her. She'll go pick them up. If you got to get cake and flowers or whatever, you can't get to it, she can get to it and get it to you. So, if you have events, support a small business by offering the opportunity for exposure. So let's say you have an event and you want to draw in the crowds or the masses of whatever city that you're in. Start with your own community. And like I said, your community is what you make it to be, okay? Who you is say that's in your community. Talk to them about exposure and try to barter with them for exposure for some of the things that you need. Now, keep in mind that not all small businesses are going to be able to barter in a large amount at first, right? So, if they're in their beginning stages, don't go and say, hey, can you donate 50 pot pies to my event and I'll give you some exposure. Ask them for 10 just to give them that exposure, just to help someone in your community, just to build your community, okay? Genesis 28:3 says, may God Almighty bless you and make you fruitful and increase your numbers until you become a community of people. So that's just what I was saying. Small businesses can turn into big businesses, okay? Sometimes we start off small, and you cannot be ashamed of your small beginnings. Just like this with my show being here on Facebook Live and YouTube and Periscope and all those different places like that. These are small beginnings, but it's going to lead to something big. I have faith in that. And you got to have faith in your small businesses, in your community, and the small businesses of your friends and your family to support them enough so they can move forward too. Stop being jealous. Stop not supporting your people. Just stop it. Support these people and move forward. You never know where people can go with that. And you never know where you can go as well. Who knows, something might come up where you can be a part of what they're doing, or they can mentor you for doing something on your own, or even just inspire you to want to do something else. So don't back away from the small businesses and people in business in your community. Go and learn from those people. Sometimes we have a tendency to be mad at folks that's trying to move forward when we should be listening to them and learning how we can move forward too. Right? Thank you, Michelle. Thank you. I'm proud of you too. But instead of being angry and spiteful, learn from those people. Take the time and gather that wisdom from those people to move forward yourself. These are just a few ways of leveling up your community. Other ways include caring for your property. Now, we have property. What can I say here? How can I say this? Keep your property clean. Cut your grass. Trim your hedges. Get the weeds out of your yard or whatever like that. Keep your property looking good, because when you don't clean your property, guess what? Then your neighbors tend to not clean their property. Then next thing you know, the whole neighborhood is not cleaning their property. And then the value of your property decreases. Now, don't get me wrong. This is not the only way that your property decreases. There are other ways that are built into the system, and we're gonna get on with that in another episode. But on this episode, I want you to do your part to ensure that you do what it takes to keep your property value up, by keeping your property clean, in the areas in your community clean. If you're driving by and you see some stuff on the ground or whatever that you have the ability to pick it up. Keep the area clean, okay? Do what you can. And so another way that we can do help our community thrive and grow is through parent-to-parent activities for our children. I remember in my neighborhood getting together with other parents for Halloween, because I'm very particular about the trick-or-treats that my kids get while they're out trick-or-treating or going to other people's houses. It's just too dangerous, especially when we have children being abducted, sexually abused and stuff like that. I want to make sure I know where my children are. So one of the best ways to do that is to get with the parents in your community and have some, hey JJ, my classmate, have a gathering at your house. Hey Eric, that's my brother, y'all. Have a gathering at your house and have like a little Halloween party. Get some hot dogs and cookies and decorations, all that, and y'all help each other by pitching in to get the food, get the decorations, and bring your children there for fun and games and for their trick and treat. That way you do two things. You localize where your children are. You'll know that they're there at the house with you or at this particular party with you. You got your eyes on them. And two, you know what they're eating. You know what their treats are. You know what their foods are. And so you don't have to worry about what they're eating and what they're getting in their food that's not conducive to their health. And so by providing a place to celebrate, you control all the measures and all the environment that your children are going to be a part of, right? Right? Do y'all understand what I'm saying? I know you're thinking, it's like, what does this have to do with the community? It has a lot to do with the community, okay? Like I said, community is what you make of it. Who is a part of your community? And trust me, my children are a part of my community, and I want my children to win. So I'm going to ensure that I can do whatever I can to keep them safe. And that was one of the main reasons I always want to ensure, while they were small enough to go trick-or-treating, that I had control of where they went and what they ate. Another way of leveling up your community is getting with like-minded people in your community and starting a success club. You could begin with like a book club, and you may even have an author that's in your midst. And don't go out on the other side getting books. Use your authors in your community. Purchase books from them. Read the books and discuss the books. This is a perfect opportunity not only to help you, but to help them as well with purchases and also with reviews. Because now you have the opportunity to talk to this person face to face and say, hey, well, what were your thoughts when you wrote this? Okay, well, this is my thoughts when I read this. And go on for that. Not only would it educate and inform you, you also educate and inform the author, because now they can look at your perspective to that and maybe write it a little different, or either y'all agree to the same perspective. And so it's wonderful to have book clubs within your community. Educating each other and educating your community for growth. Another thing that I would suggest is investment clubs. This could be an all women club, or all men clubs, or a couple club. And you talk about everybody. Maybe everybody's not an expert in finance and investing and investments. But you take the information that you do know and you share it with the group. Then you get literature and books and you start to read about the different things that you don't know and start applying it to the group. And you're able to invest individually or together, you know? So encourage them to research different things that you can invest in. Stocks and bonds, lands, properties, even back to purchasing land. There may be property in your community that's for sale. And there's about three reasons why you want to go ahead and be the one to purchase that land in your property. Because if you don't purchase it and you leave it, it's going to become run down, and then you're going to have a whole lot of ill-gotten activity going on. You don't want that in your community. So if you, an individual or your investment club, can get together and purchase the property, you can ensure that the control of the area in your community is under your control, right? Also, if you have another property in your area that's becoming run down, it also decreases the value of your area, of your community. And you don't want anything extra that's going to decrease the value of your community. Because if it's not clean, it's the aesthetics that look up the part, is going to decrease your property value. Another thing is that someone else out of your community can come in and purchase that property. And they may not be bringing something in there that's conducive to the growth of your community. Just like here in Houston, we had a company came in and tried to buy an area to sell sex dolls. And the community was totally against it, and it was a big to-do about it. You don't want that to happen to your community. You want to be able to control what comes in your community and what goes out of your community. And so if you can buy the property and put something conducive in there for your community, it's always good. Always good. The person comes in and buys something that buys the property and then turns it into something. They could turn it into a big business, but if it's too big for your community, guess what? Your taxes go up so high, then your property taxes go up so high, then you can't afford your property. So you got to ensure that you know what you can do to control the entities in your area, in your community. I plan to have another episode stemming from all of this. It's going to be very informative, very educational for your life and your finances. So stay tuned. That's going to be another episode. But right now, it's time for email time. Yay! Email time. Email time. Excuse me. First email for tonight. Dear Dr. Jackson Dean, just so you know, I am truly enjoying your talk show, Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. I like how you have added structure to how you are doing things. I haven't noticed this on other lives or that I've seen online. Dr. Jackson Dean, I am a businesswoman. I am serious about my business. I have been a tax preparer and a bookkeeper for over 25 years. Congratulations, 25 years that you've been in business. I have a great business and I have had a great run with my business. The problem I am experiencing now is all of the online tax preparation systems. It seems like there is a new one every year. This is impeding on my business severely. I am finding myself slipping into depression and having a lot of anxiety. I need help. I need you to tell me how I can get around these online programs. Deborah from Richmond, Virginia. First of all, thank you, not Deborah, Deborah. I'm sorry. Yeah, Deborah from Richmond, Virginia. Thank you, Deborah, for writing in to Just So You Know Moments with a Twist and seeking some business help, and I'll do my best to give you all the help that I can. I also want to say thank you to her because she also called in and has become a client of mine. So look at my classmate Tatisha. Hey girl, how you doing? But with her in your business, I want to tell you something. Change is inevitable. The only thing constant in this world is change. And so you said 25 years you've been in business and you've been doing bookkeeping and tax service. You do not have to declare that your business is done, because it's not. Because anything is for you, it's just for you. What's for you is just for you. Pray over your business and you continue to work and learn more about your business. Who knows, maybe you can develop you an online program for your tax business. But regardless of what we do, regardless of what business that we're in, there's always going to be some sort of new business that's going to come along for competition. We can't be afraid of competition. You can't let competition shake you. You got to be secure and firm of who you are and what you're doing. You've been in business for 25 years. This wasn't no mistake. You haven't stayed in business for 25 years by just getting up here and say, hey, I'm going to do this today and see how this works out. No, you went in there with a plan. You went in there and you worked it out. And so that's what I want you to do, to continue to focus on your business, to pray on your business, and keep doing your best. Because one thing I know about God, if you do your best, He will do the rest. So stay in contact with your clients, and that's something else that you offer your clients that some online service cannot offer their clients, is personal service. So always greet them with a smile. Always be available for, I'm not saying after hours or anything like that, unless you choose to do that. If you choose to be there after hours and talk to your clients, you do that. But don't make it a habit that you're 24 hours, 7 days a week, because you're not going to be able to function that way. But that personal touch is going to always win out a cold computer or robotic services. Every time, if you stay there and you work with your clients and they know that they can call you if they have a question, and they know that you're going to be available to work with them, they're not going to think about no online service, because they know they need that personal touch. Now, you may have some clients that decide, well, this online service is a little cheaper. I can save a little money here and there. Let me go and try it. They may try it. But when, hey cousin, hey Velma, when they go and they see that they're not going to get the same thing that you offer, they will be back. And that's a promise. So you have to make yourself stand out above and beyond these online services. Right? The personal touch is the most important thing with a one-on-one business. So give that to your clients, give that to your customers, offer them a discount, stay in touch with them throughout the year. Don't wait till just tax season to get in contact with them, because that's what the online service is going to do. They're going to wait until tax time and send an email saying, hey, don't forget to file your taxes here, buy this program for $29.99 or whatever it is that they're going to offer it for. But you keep your clients abreast on tax changes and tax bonuses and tax deductions and things like that will help them with their taxes and help them save money. Something that this program is not going to be able to do. That's how you're going to be able to keep your business going. So I'm praying for you, and I pray that you're able to be continued success, because 25 years, that ain't nothing to sneeze at, honey. There's a lot of businesses that don't make it past a year or 5 years or 10 years, and you have made it 25 years. So you have felt what it is that you need to do. You have gone through the rough time. You went through the bumpers and the buffers and everything else. This right here is just a test. This is just another test to your diligence to continue to trust God with your business. So that's all I have to say about it. I'm looking forward to working with her. Thank you so much, Ms. DeVore, for entrusting your business and your mindfulness with me, Dr. Jackson Dean, and we'll start working together this coming Monday. So this concludes this episode for this week. Level up your community. Please join me next week at 8 p.m. on Facebook Live, Periscope, and YouTube for another episode. For more information on Dr. LaShonda Jackson Dean, the books and the services that I offer, go to www.drlashondajacksondean.com. See you next week for Just So You Know Moments with a Twist. Mwah! Love y'all. See y'all the next time.